Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little different than usual. Okay, we're going to be getting into these how to do butterfly braids, distressed braids, however you want to call it. Okay, let's get into it. The styles, well, the supplies that you're going to be needing is the Twisted Up Outre line. You don't have to use the Outre line, but that's what I use. This is their braiding hair in the 60 inches, and that's a part of the reason why I love to use this, because it's really long and I wanted these braids really long. And baby girl, no, you're not seeing things. That is your girl. That is your girl on the waterway fro twist pack. Okay, but yeah, they also have a bohemian like waterway fro twist hair. This is how it looks. I love this because it's so easy to part. It does not get tangled when you're messing with it. I know other like brands that I've used for like my passion twists and stuff always get tangled, and I don't like that. But yeah, girl, you see me, your girl is doing her thing. Okay, but yes, this is like their expression twisted fro line. It comes with 2 bundles in the pack. I just took out one because, you know, I already have braids in my head. We're also going to be needing some like holding type of gel, some type. This is the braid formula, the Eden braid formula that has maximum hold, I believe, or medium hold. And then we're going to be using our edge booster for our edges. That's what I like to use on my edges because my edges just are more tamed whenever I use that. It's just like the best one that I've used for my hair so far. Obviously, use the comb, clips. You already know. Now when it comes to each bundle I split it into 2. So I use 1 bundle braids 2 of my braids for the size that I had. So I split it into 2, and then out of those 2 I make about 3 to 4 pieces. You know, when you section off hair to put into, to feed into the braid, because I did the knotless style. I did not do a rubber band or anything, and I must say that was very hard. But I did 3 to 4 pieces. I'm showing you guys the thickness of the pieces that I separated. The 4th pieces is kind of like, if you want to add that, you can. It's kind of like up in the air. You don't have to use it, but just in case, if you want to, you can, but it's not necessary, as I'm showing you guys here. So as far as the waterway fro twist hair goes, I use 2 pieces of that hair, and I take one of those pieces and I split it into 2. So then I will have 3 pieces of the waterway fro twist hair. The only reason why I did that is because I did not have enough hair to use it throughout my head. A way to not have to split this hair or anything like that is to just get a 3rd pack. Get a 3rd pack. I only bought 2 packs of these, and I bought 3 packs of the braiding hair, but to get a 3rd pack will make it so much easier, and that way you'll be able to use more hair. And then I just went ahead and took out my edges because I don't want my edges to be a part of it. I kind of just want to be able to see how the whole style is going to look as I braid it, and that's the easier way to do that. And then I take the Eden braid formula gel, and I use that all around my hair. You want to make sure that you're putting it on all sides of your hair to really be able to grasp and grab your hair into one unit. If you're doing the rubber band method, this would be so slick and so easy. I didn't do the rubber band method just because I didn't want it to be too lumpy or too much tension on my hair. Rubber band methods can leave a lot of tension on your hair and can cause your hair to break, and I didn't want that. So this style was already going to be long anyway, and I didn't want any more attention than it was already going to give me. So I made sure to smooth it all the way out. I also love this formula because it has aloe vera in it, which is a moisturizing component, and it does not leave a white residue. I will leave the link down below to all of the supplies that I used today. Then I take my hair into 3 pieces, and then I start braiding. If you guys want like a tutorial of how to braid, I can try to show you guys that, but the first step on how to do butterfly braids, distressed braids, is to know how to braid. And once I have my 3 pieces and I started my first base of my braid, I take the first piece of the braiding hair, and once I tuck that one piece in and go onto the other side, I take another piece of the braiding hair to add onto the other end. I add about the 3 pieces usually for each braid, but depending on where I'm at on my head, like the lower part of my head, I will be using 3 pieces because they're shorter, but as I get to the top, I use 4 because I have to make the braids longer to reach the back of where it ends. I hope that makes sense. You really want to take your time when you're doing this braid. As you guys can see, I'm like making sure I'm pulling at my head not too crazy, but pulling on my head to make sure that the braids are tight and neat and my hair is fully secured within that braid and like the braid isn't hanging off of a thread or anything. And then I go ahead and I add my third and final piece for this row. But just take your time. This wasn't the easiest thing for me to do on myself. So if you are doing this for the first time and you haven't done knotless before, even if you have done knotless, I do knotless on people all the time and it's so easy, but doing it on myself was very difficult. This braid, I was able to do it within one shot, but other braids, I had to take them out and do them over like at least 3 times before I actually got it decent. And even for the tightness that I had it, I wish I did it a little bit tighter. So don't beat yourself up if it's not coming out or it doesn't look as easy as this video may make it seem, because trust me, it was not easy. So just take your time, you know, cut out a day of your schedule where you don't have to do anything but your hair if you're doing this at home, and just do it until you get it right. It's better to do it for yourself and make it come out the way you want it to than to go to a salon and get it done and it doesn't look how you want it. You know, you can't be mad at anybody else but yourself. So then I take the 2 pieces that you guys already seen of that water wave fro twist and I add that into the hair. I try to braid at least about 1 inch to about ½ inch, 1 inch to about 2 inches of the braids first, and then I go in with the bohemian twist because that's where I'm gonna start distressing, well, pulling out the hair to create that butterfly effect. Here you guys see that I'm putting in a 4th piece. It's a tiny piece, just because the braid started to get a little bit smaller too soon and I didn't want that look. I want the braids to be thick, so that's why I added that extra piece. So now we're just gonna go ahead and just braid this all the way down, and once we get to adding the 3rd piece, I'll hop back on here. So now you'll see me measuring the water wave twist hair to see how much hair I want to be left at the bottom. I don't want it to be just a short amount, but I don't want it to be super long either. So this is just to measure to make sure that wherever the braiding hair ends, I will be able to see how much of the water wave twist hair will be left at the ends. I hope that makes sense. I really am sometimes bad at explaining things, so if y'all need a little bit more explanation or something, I'll most likely do this style again. I'll do it again. In order to properly braid the ends, I just put the braid in my mouth. I do this all the time. If you guys don't want to do that, y'all don't have to, but it's just so much easier to do it this way because then you're able to braid the hair, especially if it's very long. If it's not that long, you don't gotta put it in your mouth, but you know, we put worse things in our mouth anyway. So yeah, once I braid it all the way to the end, I'm just gonna go ahead and tie it. I don't use no glue or anything like that. I just take a small strand, which I'll show you guys in a second, of the hair, and I wrap it around the braid and wrap it around my thumb. I try my very best to show you guys this process because it's kind of hard to explain it if you've never done it before, but I wrap it around my thumb and around the braid, and then I slide my thumb out and I pull it out with my index finger and it creates like a knot, and I do that twice and then that's it. So yeah, that is the first braid. As you guys can see, it's a little loose at the root. It's not as tight as it would be if I was doing it on somebody else, but this is the best that I can get by doing it on myself, okay? And this is from somebody who does hair all the time. Now I'm going to take the braid and start from the bottom up, because when you start from the top down, it's not, as you're pulling down, it's not really giving that effect. I don't know if I can explain it, but it's just better to start from the bottom up. And I literally just take the braid and I pull on each end of the braid. I use my like knuckles and not my fingertips because I feel like it's just rougher on my fingertips, so it's easier to do it on with my knuckles. And I just keep doing this until I get it to the passion or distressed look that I like, until it just looks how, you know, I want it to look. I like it to look like a fish braid. I felt like it looks more neater when it's like a fish braid. Some people go really all the way out and some people just do it a little bit, but I like mine to look like a fish braid, and that's what I was going for. Try to stop a little bit before your hair ends. As you guys can see, my hair started to come out a little bit. Don't bring the distress part all the way up too high, because when you pull it out too high, your hair is going to start popping out at the top and you don't want that. So stop at a decent length to where your hair is not coming out of the braid. And this is just what I do until I get it to how I like it, and then I repeat the same process. Okay, and now we are on to the back side of the front, and like I said, it's the same process. And I've been calling this gel the Eden, but it's really Ebin, E-B-I-N. But yeah, just repeat the same process. You make sure you want to comb it all the way through so that every, like, the hair, not even the hair, the gel is consistent throughout that piece of braid. It just allows you to grab your hair much easier. I once again split it into 3, and I feel like here you have a better angle of what exactly I'm doing when it comes to braiding. And yeah, as you guys can see here, I prefer to just put the hair in my mouth because it's easier to hold it and keep that braid taut and not slide through to the other side when I'm like grabbing the hair. And I'm really trying my best, as you guys can see. I'm falsing this hair to be tight as I need it to be. And like I said, I'm doing it on myself, so it's not going to be as tight. If I was adding this much pressure on somebody else's head, it would be crazy tight, but it's not going to be as tight. But so that's why I'm trying my best to really pull at my hair as much as I can so that it can be tight, because I do need it to last for the 2.5 weeks that I'll have this in. And then I go ahead in with my passion twist hair, my water wave twist hair, add my 2 pieces, and then I braid it down. I just repeat the same process once again. So I'm going to show you guys one more braid after this, just so you guys have a good idea of how to get it, or just grasp the idea of how to do this style. And then yeah, I'll come back on here if I need to like make any important commentary. Okay, so for this front braid, I actually add 4 pieces of that water wave fro twist hair because it is in the front of my hair. So I want more of the bohemian twist in the front. So I do add 4 pieces. If you have the 3 pieces, well, it's 4 pieces, but I kind of like split it. I split the 2 pieces into 4, I think. No, I split 2 pieces into 4 and then I added a 3rd piece. So I added 3 pieces and not 2, which I usually add anyways. But yeah, I hope you guys are able to see what I've done. I hope that this video has been a little bit helpful if you want to do this style on yourself, or if you're a hairstylist that wants to know how to do this style on your clients. I hope that this video was able to help you in that process. But the more passion twist or water wave twist or bohemian twist hair you use, the more easier and more like distressed the braid is gonna look, because then it'll be more of that hair that you'll be pulling out from both sides. But yeah, that is pretty much the braiding process, and I'm gonna come back on here once we're wrapped up. And now we have our final look. Y'all like my little transition? Got that from TikTok. But yeah, this is the final look. I have about probably 20 braids, maybe a little bit less in my head. It took me about 3.5 hours to do. If you're doing this on somebody else, it'll probably take you maybe 1.5 hours to 2 hours. But yeah, I really am happy that I did this style. It is about, like, I want to say 30 inches because it's like past my hip bone into like kind of my mid butt. And then I also went ahead and added some jewels onto it. I got these jewels from my beauty supply store, so I don't have any links to add, but I will see if they have anything on Amazon that I can link below that is similar. And then yeah, we have another transition. Okay, that wasn't as smooth, but it's whatever. I really love the jewels. I feel like it gave it a very nice vacation style. The only thing about the jewels is that the hair kept on getting caught to them, so that was very annoying. So if you don't want to deal with that, then just skip the jewels altogether. But if that doesn't bother you, then that's fine. I really love this style. It just looks so good, like with my edges laid and everything. It was really a vibe, like half up, half down, everything. Okay, but if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave down below if you guys are enjoying my hair videos and want to see more of them, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. That's that shit that drives me crazy.